Uh-huh. Alright. Yeah, I saw the graph. I'm sure he saw it too. What? No, for some reason he doesn't like telling his viewers. Oh, okay. Alright, I understand. Alright, I'll let him know. Alright. Yeah. Have a nice day. Yeah. Who was that? Also, why are you using my phone? It was YouTube. What the? Why didn't they talk to me directly? Well, the thing is, they told me that your graph, which is on the screen right now, isn't performing so well, so it must be your reviews. What? Hey, get that off! You know how I feel about telling people to subscribe? Also, what do I need to do to improve? They said that your gameplay footage shows more skill than game journalists. So? So they want you to be as bad as them so your reviews can have some substance. First of all, I'm sorry I actually play video games, but second of all, there's actually a reason why those game reviewers are like that. I'll go sit down. Wow, just like that? Just start already. Alright, no need to have an attitude about it. There's a lot to talk about for game reviews. In essence, these are reviews made for games. Literally anyone can make one. Whether it's in a blog, a journalist site, or even a YouTube video, there are no real qualifications when it comes to making a game review. Anything is fair game in my opinion. But here's the thing. The reason why a majority of people would want to see a review from a journalist rather than an average Joe is because they have some sort of credibility. Not everyone who's looking for a game is like you and I, actually experienced with games. A lot of gamers are casual players, so they wouldn't know something in depth like the fact that Persona and the Megami Tensei series are related or something. But that doesn't necessarily make the game reviews that come from the game journalists actually good. So I want to go ahead and see what even makes a good game review. That's a tough ordeal. Well, the people need to know. But didn't you just say not too long ago that you don't make reviews? How are you in any way credible? Well, I like games. Oh, fair enough. See, don't doubt me. Game reviews come in many different shapes and forms. There are the game reviews you would see in videos, game reviews from articles, and in the past, game reviews in magazines. But typically, nowadays, people tend to watch the video form of reviews because they're a lot more visual and I guess easier to follow that way. And the reviews most people watch are from game journalists like IGN and such. However, these reviews definitely don't come without their controversies. You don't know how many times I've seen people lose their minds because a game they like got a lower rating from a reviewer. And the same could be said for a game they thought was bad but the reviewers thought was pretty good. But that's to be expected. After all, these are opinions, and opinions tend to clash. These are never supposed to be definitive reviews that you should follow. That's why I never truly give a proper answer as to whether a game is good or not. I just list what I liked and didn't like and who may like the game. But then someone had to ruin that. Oh, so that's why you never gave them scores or rankings. Do you want to know why game reviewers are actually perfect for the job in my opinion? Well, it's actually pretty simple. Because they actually don't know the game well. As much as they look like they don't know how to play a game, they actually probably don't. Here's how I see it. Sure, you can laugh as much as you want in the fact that someone can't pass a tutorial part of a game, but in terms of a review, this isn't meant to be targeted towards people who are experienced with the game or franchise. This is for the casuals who may not spend too much time on games in general. And the best way to reach out to an audience who doesn't know much about games is people who also don't know much about them. If a complete casual makes a review about a game, they will give a review from the point of view of a casual. But that's the problem. We have many game reviews that are targeted towards a more casual audience, and the reality is the gaming industry has more casuals than actual gamers. By the way, when I say casual, I mean someone who doesn't spend too much time playing games. And even if they do, they won't play many genres and probably focus on the more popular titles. So like Fortnite and Marvel Rivals, I guess. Anyways, back to the problem. There aren't many reviews that come from people who actually know game, and I'm mainly talking about the game journalists. You'll most likely find those types of reviews from the more independent channels like Video Game Donkey, Scott the Woz, Nathaniel Bandy, and so on. Wait, why didn't you include yourself? Do I have to tell you again? So you still don't consider yourself a reviewer, huh?
Whatever the case, I feel like it should be marked who the audience for the review is. I think it would be really useful for both sides if they know whether the review is a biased one or not, which now leads into their importance.
So, how important are they? Very.
Any review from anyone will have weight to it, you know. Of course, game publishers will focus on the journalist's words to show their accolades, but people who like the aforementioned independent reviewers would also have an inclination towards whether or not they want to buy a game. And to the people who don't really know where to look for a good review, they would default to the game journalist's opinions. The way I see it though is, you should be able to make your own judgment. Don't look at these reviews as the final say. You have so many resources in your arsenal to find out whether or not you actually want a game, you know. Gameplay footage, streams of games, the trailers, and even what the reviewers have to say about the game should all shape your decision on whether or not you want a game. You do know that a developer paying a reviewer, journalist or independent, to say good things about the game isn't out of the question, right? So in the end, game reviews are very important when it comes to shaping your opinion and decision in whether or not to get a game. And it also shapes the potential success or failure of a game.
You know, I've been thinking. You're right. Well, there are many things I'm right about, but on what exactly are you talking about? The fact that you're not a reviewer. Oh, so did you finally realize that I just enjoy playing games and I'm not the best when it comes to telling someone who's never played a game whether or not to buy it? Well, not exactly. I just realized that you don't hate Sonic 06 much, which 90% of this world won't agree on. So you decided to pick a fight today? No, I was just stating oh.